Morning, everybody.
Wow.
Morning, Bob. Hey, Rhonda. Hi, Janine. All the usual suspects. Morning, Cindy. Just realized I forgot to turn on the ceiling fan. Hang on a second. It's a little stuffy in here sometimes. No, that wasn't the wrong. That's the wrong switch. That one. All right. There we go. That's better. Need to have a little bit of air circulating in here. Yeah, happy Father's Day, Rhonda. Hi, Charlotte. Hi, Logan. How you doing? Hello, Tracy. Yeah, he's here again. Still don't have haven't been able to get a sweep yet, but the little improvised thing did work. It takes a lot of that junk and moves it to the middle, and I've been kind of sort of been able to control the debris in the pool by with just using a net. So, we're doing okay for now. I do still want to get the sweep in there at some point because it's really, really nice in the pool right now. It's been 100 degrees out every day for the past about 2 weeks, and uh, the pool's into the upper 80s at this point. So it's really nice to get in there. None of that shock that you get when you get into the pool when it's too cold. Oh, good. Rhonda's test came back. She's all good. Congratulations. Hi, Dave and Terry. Good morning to you, too. Yeah, that's about where we're supposed to be temperature-wise, too, John. I think they're saying 99 here today. Yeah, it's been cooling off. It's been above 100 for the past 2 weeks. So, oh, Jordan's here too. Hi, Jordan. How's it going? Yeah, nice and hot. Been making it nice pool weather. 18 in Canada. Yeah, we're all happy that Rhonda pulled through here. Yes, I have my first shot of vodka. Still looking like a bruised peach. Guess we lost light here, so I'll refocus the camera here. Just have to look at this ugly mug now. Oh, you made the hubby breakfast in bed for Father's Day. That's great. Good morning, Yvonne. Good morning, Lorley. High 90s in Minnesota. Yeah, I suppose that could be well, I know I've been in Minnesota. It gets that hot. That's not uncommon. Not in summer. Girls almost dropped it. That's awesome. It would definitely be a memorable Father's Day if they had. Happy Father's Day. Whoa. Good morning, Ruth. I'm doing good. How are you? Yeah, I did hear that Yellowstone was flooded. That's really interesting. Nature does some interesting things sometimes. Someone sent California some rain. Yeah, good luck on that. Move up north. But you got to remember, much of California is a desert. So I was just out in the yard today. The veggies are doing good. The tomato plants are probably more than 24 inches tall. They're already the top of the little trellis things I hang them on. And the okra is doing really well. And I think I mentioned last week I already have one jalapeno and serrano pepper on the plants, on the pepper plants. So they're doing good. I'm very interested to see how this okra is going to work because I've never grown okra myself. I have no idea, what to expect. But the plants are alive and growing, so we'll see what comes of it. You like the wooden house I'm making for Flash? Yeah, it was time to build a new one. The old one, like I said in the video, it was something I built like 20 years ago, and it was built for a specific place in a house in California, and it just didn't make any sense here. And it was falling apart and was in bad shape, and I wasn't quite the woodworker then that I am now. Good morning, JC. How's my mom? Actually, I haven't read her text yet. I saw that there was a text message. Let's look at it together here. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so she's down in Southern California right now. I guess she's staying as of when she wrote this, which I guess was this morning. She's at the Bruton, so she's at Best parents' house, or well, visited Best parents. They're having a great time, but she's very tired. Yeah, I know how that is. Let's see. Okay, gonna go see Dad tomorrow. I thought they sent them. I thought they already did that because I thought they sent me a picture. I thought my sister sent me a picture of them. Maybe they're just going. Oh, they're going to see Dad today, but I think maybe they went a couple times. That must be it because I got a picture of my mom at my dad's grave from my sister just couple days ago here. Yeah, on Wednesday. I got that picture of her at my dad's grave. So she must be planning to go there a couple times. And her in the car with my sister and visiting friends. I guess they went to the beach, visited cousins there in San Diego. So it looks like they've been having a great time. You're supposed to cool down a little over the next week. Yeah, not us. I'm looking all the way out as far as the weather can predict. It's you know 100 plus. But the interesting thing about Texas weather is you really only can predict a couple of days in advance what's going to happen. I mean, generally, it's going to be warm for a while, but it could all be interrupted in a day or two with a thunderstorm. So that stuff all seems to pop up really fast around here. So got our fingers crossed we'll get a little of that. Does Nana still drive? No, no, she hasn't been behind the wheel of a car in a number of years. It's mostly because she had her knee surgery, and I don't know if she would have enough control to operate a vehicle. So heat wave in Winnipeg, huh? Yeah, I know. I've been reading that too about Disney, David. People are voting with their pocketbooks. I guess I got out of there just in time, huh? Yeah, my mom's wanted to go down to Southern California and visit friends for quite a while. So, it's been something she's been trying to get done. You enjoyed the video of yeah, memory lane with my dad. Yeah, yeah, it's amazing some of the stuff. I'm still digging through photos. I'm putting pictures on family members' Facebook pages left and right because I want to scan a lot of this stuff because I'm sure a lot of people have never seen some of this stuff. I scanned some pictures of my mom and her brother when they were kids, and I put it on my cousin's Facebook page, and she was amazed. She'd never seen most of those pictures. So, you think I look like my dad? I don't know. My mom always thought we sounded alike on the phone too. I don't know. I didn't get that one either. I never had a problem telling whether it was me or my dad on the phone. Yeah, my dad was quite a person. I really miss having him part of my life. He was so active, and in every step of me buying the house and turning the house into what I wanted it to be. Most of the stuff that was in the backyard in the house in California, he and I built together. The patio cover, the planter, and along the back wall that I had stuff in, and laying the yard, planting the trees, everything was in there. He really enjoyed being a part of that. I think people would be surprised how many people worked with a stealth or worked on a stealth. Yeah, no doubt. I mean, it had to be thousands, hundreds of thousands. Hi, Brian. Thanks. I'm glad you enjoyed the videos. My father worked for Northrop at the time, and Northrop was a company that built the Stealth. Oh yeah, that was yeah. My dad couldn't talk about it either. For many years, all we knew is he was at Northrop working on some top secret project, and we knew nothing about it because he wouldn't tell us a thing. But the other thing that we knew is what we figured is it was some sort of an airplane because that's what he did, but no idea what it was, and it remained that way until the project was declassified. Then all of a sudden, I got all sorts of great stuff. I've shown you a lot of that, those promotional photos and artist conception drawings and the little stealth bomber model I have up on the desk there. The new plants are doing great. Yeah, you're talking about the Lantana. It was all nice and pretty and flowery when it went in. Obviously, the flowers bloomed or faded, but they're coming back again, and the uh, plants themselves are very healthy. They're all doing very well. So the plants are doing good. Your CPU or your is it the CPU is running hot? It probably means the fan on top of it is kind of giving up. You got to remember with a CPU, the CPU fan, the job is to kind of blow cold air on it. Well, unfortunately, it also kind of sucks dust in, and eventually the dust gets into the into the fan itself, and the fan isn't as efficient. And if it gives up the ghost completely, the chip will overheat, and that'll be the end of it. But yeah, it could also be, the connectors that you're talking about, or the thermal paste. But I would guess, it's probably more likely the fan is going getting bad. You might be able to replace it. We were in a great show and tell school. Yeah, unfortunately, about the point that it was declassified. I was in high school, so they didn't do show and tell a whole lot in high school. Yeah, I've lost several computers because the fan on the CPU failed. I've also lost video boards that way too. Video boards run so hot now; they usually have at least a heat sink and usually a fan built in. What kind of a shirt? It's a shirt I got at Roadside America when Jordan and I went there. That's down, I don't know, up, I guess, from this perspective, about 50 miles from here. If you go back and check that, Jordan went to Roadside America, and it would have been about 3 years ago because we hit it when he was here when I moved. So it was when we were here that time, and I got a T-shirt because I thought it was fun. Yeah, yeah. In fact, I'll do a video at some point where I give an update on the yard because the philodendrons that I put in the back corner are doing well too. I keep the lights on all the time, or just for the stream? No, no. I just turn them on for the live stream. Looks like Jordan's on the job here. I was just kind of reading that and it was like, okay, that looks slightly inappropriate. Yeah, LEDs are great. For that reason, they don't throw off a lot of heat. They also don't. They also use very little power, which is really great. Which is why I've been kind of switching all the lights in the house to LED. Everything in the house now is LED. Tracy likes the Guided by Voices gallery. Thank you. Okay, so Jordan recognizes the name. See, that's why I made him a moderator because most of these people that are trolls, Jordan's run into him, first. They go after him. They build accounts and go after everybody, and it's just a matter that eventually everyone has to block them. But when you have hundreds and hundreds of accounts, that's what you do. You just move from one to another, and you harass people until you can't use them, and then they probably go and delete them after a while. Yeah, well, that was why we made you a moderator. That's why you do the premieres, huh? All right. Yeah, there's definitely some obsession going on there, but I guess it's okay the fact that he's going after everybody. It's just he's just a jerk, as opposed to like it would be more scary, I think, if he was just going after me or just going after Jordan, because then that kind of indicates more of an obsessive mindset. This guy's just an idiot. Okay, that is kind of creepy, I guess. Got his kids taken away. Yeah. 73 in Ohio, huh? Okay, that's a nice day. That's a nice day to be out on outdoors doing a barbecue on Father's Day. Yeah, living in his parents' basement, probably. I know it'd be pretty pathetic though if you had kids and were living in your parents' basement. Oh, I'm sure he goes after Adam. He probably goes after all of them. Yeah, bites here again. 71 in Jersey, huh? Going for a motorcycle ride after the live stream, that'll be fun. People like him. Yeah, the parents probably did write him off. Are you Logan's boy, huh? Yes. Let's let Logan see your boy here. Say hi and don't step on the mouse pad. I don't want you shutting the live stream off. That would be embarrassing. How would I explain that, huh? Yeah, well, bite stop the live stream. Ah, okay. Yeah, you're furry. Yes, you are. Yeah, I don't think my father had anything to do with the weapons on the B-2. He was, I think, part of the guidance system. Will I get down to the Gulf Coast for a few days anytime soon or anytime? I don't know. I might. I think one of the things I kind of learned from the trip to California is that maybe, there are certain things that are closer and more within my range than I was thinking. I could conceivably go, spend a day driving somewhere, get just about anywhere in the state, and spend a couple days there on the doing whatever it is, and then another day coming back, and I could do that all my weekend. Because in the past I've kind of always tried to do things that go there and come back in a day, but I could conceivably go someplace, go visit some location that takes all day to drive there, and then spend a couple days there and come back, and that is kind of something I could do, and I could probably get a couple of vlogs out of it. So I don't know, we'll see. Oh yeah, you're right. That's we got two Rondas in here. All right, well let's remove Rhonda, impersonator Rhonda here. Yeah, that's never know with these guys. Was my dad techie with computers? Actually, not as much as I am. Uh, I was, I mean, I'll admit the first computer the family had, he had an Apple IIe, which was back when I was in high school. And that was kind of cool and all that. But, he kind of got into it and then kind of got out of it and wasn't really into it that much, and didn't really get another computer until I got my first one. And I think he liked some of the things he saw me doing with mine. And late in life, he was way into computers, but never quite on the level I think that I was and am. Because many times I would have to go and help him with problems. I saw Jeff in church on Facebook today, so I know Jeff's okay. He sometimes it just takes him a little while to get in here. Yeah, it must be a sad Father's Day for him. When his kids have been taken away from him. So trying to ruin somebody else's Father's Day. What a loser. I think Jeff is back on vacation. I know he was last week. Yeah, you're welcome, Peg Tooth. Anything, that's that's an easy one. This can be a Q and A thing. It can be a help desk if it needs to be. If I know something about it, I'll try and throw in a little detail. Well, I mean, flooding in places like Yellowstone, that's always going to happen. That's the nature of nature. I've thought about that too, Black Dot. The pool table would be great right there. I played pool like in pool halls and bars and stuff like that. Never had one in the table. Never had one in the house. But I've always loved pool. Pool's a fun. I have a lot of fun doing that. So I could see myself getting a pool table at some point. When do I start building the underground bunker? I don't know. Someday. Got us a lot of space for it. Yeah, party at Breck's house. Slot cards. I've thought about for when I built this table here, I really envisioned it having like a little model railroad going around on it. Yeah, I know about that too, and I do think there probably is enough room in here for it. I mean, you've been in here, you know how big this place is, and I bet you if I consolidated the couch a little bit more this way, um, I could definitely make there be enough room for a pool table in here. Two pool parties at the same time, right? What's the address? Yeah, I'm not falling for that one. Oh, we got trolls around in here. Yeah, Lionel sells great trains. You're right. Yeah, had one in the living room. Yeah, yeah. See, that's sort of what this is. The yard's big enough to go camping in the backyard. Yeah, if you don't mind getting eaten by the bugs. But I would guess if you got inside the tent, you'd probably be all right. Yeah, Gomez and his trains, right? Yeah, me too, pretty much, Rhonda. Yeah, if you get a pool table that's do well in the yard, that'd be the way to go because there's plenty of room out there. Well, I got some interesting training at work this past week. They've been threatening to train me to drive a forklift and several other similar type vehicles so that I can, do one of the jobs that they're training me for. And that happened this week. So I spent the whole day on what was it? I guess it was Thursday. Yeah, it was Thursday. I spent the whole day training to drive forklifts and that kind of stuff. So that was cool. We've got this one, we got all our product goes on these shelves in the warehouse, and the shelves are actually really narrow to each other. So we got this special forklift that's designed to go all the way up to the top and all that. That's got this guide wire thing. There's a wire going down the middle of each of the aisles, and basically you just flip a switch, and the forklift locks onto this wire, and that will prevent you from crashing into the walls theoretically. And so I was learning how to use that. That thing is scary, but I think I can handle it. Yeah, and if I had a pool table in my garage, I wouldn't be able to do any of the wood projects, and that's the primary purpose of the garage out there is for me to do like my woodworking stuff. So, and the garage does look pretty full, but it's configured in a way so I maximize the amount of floor space. Because basically, if I move specific tools and things, I can put them anywhere in the garage, and then that really opens up the floor space on the garage. I got a lot of room in there for doing that. When am I buying the A-Team van? When I end up with an extra $12,000 burning a hole in my pocket. Jordan sent me a text message the other day about somebody on eBay who was selling a pretty authentic looking A-Team van, and they wanted $12,000. I don't know. Did he actually sell it? Because I know when you sent me the link, it was only like 24 hours to go. Let's see here. There it is. Says the item is no longer available. I don't know if he sold it. Now I got zero bids, so the auction must have ended. But that's pretty cool looking, right? That's Can you imagine me bouncing around Waco in that? That'd be a pretty cool thing to have. But I'll probably get a pool table before I do that. It's the only way to bounce around in Waco, right? I'll tell you, everybody in town would know who I am. Who's trying to sell it to you? All my Home Depot stuff and that. No, I wouldn't want to do that. I wouldn't want to ruin that. The swamp cooler works okay. Actually, while I was doing the video of building Flash's cave or Flash's box, um, what I did is I left the the door going into the kitchen open, and the combination of the swamp cooler and me with a fan in the kitchen blowing cooler out of the garage kept the garage actually pretty nice. So the good, the two things work together pretty well. I can actually work in the garage, when it's 100 degrees out and not have it be that bad. Yeah, no, you're right. The trailer isn't covered. I wouldn't be able to use it. Well, I probably could use. I could put it if I if I needed to haul something when it's raining or something like that. I could put a tarp over it. But yeah, it isn't covered. Mr. T didn't drive around in a trailer. That's true. Oh yeah, yeah. You can do a lot of things with vans like that and make them really nice inside. I've seen a lot of really well done, interiors for vans. Now I like having camping out in tents and stuff like that. It's fun to get out and just kind of be with nature. Buy the van, have Mr. T autograph it. That'd be cool. Well, three of the four members are still with us, so get Dirk and Dwight to sign it too. That's also true, Jordan. You'll make a friend every place you go. Like I said a little earlier, if I had that and drove it around Waco, everybody would know who I am. Even if they didn't know my name, they'd know, oh, that's the guy with the 18 van. Yeah, you're right, John. That wouldn't be a bad idea for a vlog. Spend a couple days there just doing hikes and looking at the scenery. Well, that's another thing, Yvonne, is the gas prices right now. I am so glad. Everyone keeps saying that I should um, you should have gotten a truck, and it's like I keep thinking it's like no, I wouldn't. It wouldn't make sense to have a truck because I would, I'd have to drive it all the time. It'd be my only vehicle, and it gets worse gas mileage. It's much better this way because now I get the really great gas mileage of my car, and but when I need to haul something, just slap the trailer on it, and I'm good to go. So I think it's the best of both worlds. Advertise it. Yeah. Well, like I said, I don't really have the money for it, so I'd have to save up for a long time. Well, that was something that when I stopped the lease on the car and paid and bought this car, that they were really surprised about because I'd had the car for 3 years, and they were surprised how few miles I had it on. I'm probably at 25,000 now, but I just drove to and from California, and so that put good 2,000, 3,000 miles on it. But they were surprised how few miles I had on it. Wonder if geothermal wells ever pay for themselves. I don't know. I've got to admit, I've never really researched the issue. Oh yeah, I know. Your gasoline bill's got to be insane. Yeah, well, gas prices are really horrible right now, but you guys are right. I don't drive around that much. I probably drive more now because of the vlogging and stuff like that. But even there, I mean, most of the vlogs I'm doing are doing here. But I got to get back in the habit of going places and seeing things. There was a while there where I was doing, some fun roadside attractions and stuff like that in the area. I want to get back to doing some of that. Maybe we'll do some of that this week. I don't know. It's still really hot. That's a factor in all this too. Yeah, I don't doubt that you put in 100,000 miles in your car. I've never tried to write off gas mileage, but I would bet that that's an option. So gas in LA for $10, that's insane. But it's 450 here too, and a year and a half ago it was dollar 87. Could be my exclusive vlogging van. That would be quite a gimmick, huh? A guy who drives places in an 18 van. Gas prices are about 450 here. Yeah, California is going crazy with all the rules and regulations. I'll tell you, it was weird because when I was traveling there and back, when I went from Arizona into California, I suddenly felt a lot more tense. And then when I left California, was back in Arizona again. It's like it just like the stress dropped off. Yep. Yeah, that's one of the things, when they mandate additives and stuff like that for gas, they don't consider what that does to the engine. I mean, technically they're putting methanol in our gas, and that's supposedly not really good for the engine. Certain kinds of engines just don't do very well with that. I understand. Charlotte sees the vodka. Yep, that's true. Yeah, I know we're paying more for everything these days, and it all kind of it all starts with gas because If gas prices go up, everything else goes up too because it costs more to transport it. They don't want vehicles to last. That's probably true. They want to get them off the road so they can get us to replace them with electric cars, which are never going to work very well because our electrical infrastructure isn't designed to have every house have an electric car plugged in every night. And you're talking, hours to charge these things. I was just reading something a couple days ago about somebody who was a electric car supporter and took one on a vacation and just hated every part of it because you had to stop every few hours to recharge. It takes 2 hours to charge, and they could get like 350 miles a day, and that was it. Yeah, yeah, I've seen all sorts of people talking about, truckers talking about having to fill up their rigs, paying $1,000 plus a day just to keep fuel in the vehicle. It's crazy. Yeah, there's no reason for gas prices to be the way they are right now, except bad leadership. Actually, I've had this phone now for more than 3 years, and it's actually still working pretty well. I notice the battery doesn't quite live as long as it used to, but I think this is probably the longest I've ever had a phone. Now they won't like horse and buggies either because horses poo and have flatulence. They want to get rid of the cows for that. Well, what are they going to do? Are they going to sit there and kill every cow? I think the animal rights groups will have a problem with that. So the cows will be there. We just don't get the meat anymore. See, that's what it's really about. Start using your roller skates to go to work. I know, right? Oh yeah. I mean, I shot a. Let's see if I can find the photo here. I shot a picture of gas in California when I first got into the state, and it was outrageous how high it was. Let's see. We're getting close here. There. That was what I saw when I got into California the first time. 6.89 a gallon. And I mean, my understanding is it's not going to be long before that's that much here. Well, I mean, we'll see if anything changes in November. You know, it ain't over until the last illegal vote is counted. Listen to kind of hearing the audio from Matt's video in the background there. I hear the thumping sound. I wonder if Matt's listening to music while he's shooting this. How long till Elon? I don't think Elon's eligible to run for president. He was born in South Africa, wasn't he? Yeah, that's another factor, Kathleen. What do you do with all the used batteries? The batteries like that, they don't last forever. You can't just keep charging a battery over and over and over again. Um, eventually it doesn't hold a charge anymore. It's just like your cell phone battery. 1075 in Glendale. That's insane. That's to just ride the barks. Yeah, I don't like politicians at any level telling me I can't do something just because they don't agree with it. COVID's never going to be over. It's part of our planet now. We're just going to have to live with it. It's like the flu, we're not going to ever get rid of that either. Yeah, I'm with you, Yvonne. Yeah, that was good news in that House seat in Texas. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, Gene. Yeah, we're done with COVID. Now comes the monkeypox. That was a big part of the reason I left too, Natalie. I just couldn't make enough money to support myself there. Oh, by a huge margin, Jordan, huge margin. I just wish on a federal level we could strip the federal government back to what the Constitution says it is. Then this whole left versus right thing wouldn't matter. Get it back to what the Constitution says, have the government do just that, have the states handle the rest of it. And if you want to live in a state that does things a certain way, you move to a state that does that. That's how it's supposed to be. Almost have to be a two income household? No, that's mandatory. Yeah, you're right. 689.9. Yeah, what's the point of the decimal point? Just charge that extra penny because they're not going to charge you if they charge you 9 tenths of a cent. Are they going to give you 1/10 of a cent back? No, they're just going to round it to the full cent. That's a scam too. They didn't want you renting a two-bedroom apartment when you're only one person. Yeah, see, that's part of the issue too. Thank you, Kathleen. Thank you for watching the videos. I'm glad you're enjoying what I do. Said they felt more secure renting to two people. Yeah, because then both people are in trouble. The second one person loses their job. Yeah, I don't know, whatever. You get a paper bag to have trash hauled away. Yeah, it's just a blanket fee on my thing, and I mean it's trash, water, and sewer all in the same bill. I had to give in because he said that. So you can always play the discrimination card. That always works. You can pressure anybody to do anything by doing that. Since they said it in writing. Oh man, that's bad. So yeah, you could totally have sued them if they denied it, or if they denied you the unit. $5 a bag. That's crazy. Yeah, but what I really wanted more than anything else when I came to Texas was to buy a place and then to not have to deal with rent, not have to deal with mortgage or anything like that. And if I just rented the house in California, then I'd be paying all that money would be coming here and then just going to pay for this one. I love being in a situation where I own this place outright. The bank isn't a part of it. All I got to do is keep up with taxes, and unfortunately, that's going to always be a factor. But it's still way more than paying rent or mortgage, or way less than rent or mortgage. 3,700 for a studio. That's incredible. That's incredible. I mean, for that, you ought to have a view of Times Square or something like that. Where's Bite right now? Bite's walking down the hall. Oh, now he's turning around because he heard his name. Yeah, I guess we can look at Bite staring at us for a while here. Hey, Elvis is in the building. How many times can you tell that joke? As many times as it makes me laugh. Yeah, I don't see prices coming down because interest rates go up. I just don't see that happening. It's just going to make it more expensive to buy things like houses and cars and stuff like that. Well, that was one of the things I was thinking about when I bought this house. Is it just blew me away? You know, as being used to housing prices in California, it just seemed that this house was just such a bargain. You know, because I mean, this house in this neighborhood on this plot of land in California itself would be $1 million house, easy, maybe more. Yeah, Bite always wants treats. That's true. Yeah, that's a lot for an apartment. To live in a van down by the river. Bum bum. Looking at a group. Yeah, I bet you have firsthand information about how quick food prices and stuff have gone up. Yeah, Cupertino is near San Jose. Yeah, you're right. 3 million. That's insane. If I bought the 18 van, I could live in it and make money renting out the house. No, I don't think so. That's not really where I want to be at this point in my life. Good morning, Linda. Yeah, I basically just greet people back with the greeting they give me because I don't know. Maybe it is morning where you are. It is actually. It's 12 minutes after 12 right now here. So I've seen a lot of empty shelves at the stores here. You know, I'm actually having to go to another HEB to get my grapefruit juice. You know how much I love my white grapefruit juice, and my local HEB doesn't have it. Hasn't had it for a while, so I keep having to drive over to the one that was the one I visited when I lived in the apartment. and they still seem to have it every time. And every time I see it there, it's like, I just buy a bunch of it because I don't know, if it's going to be one of those things that are going to discontinue or it's going to disappear for a while or what. Yeah, that's right. It's about 10 a.m. in San Fran. I don't sound good. Well, I had a little cold or something that went through, and my voice isn't 100% yet. Yvonne is lucky, got plenty of well-stocked grocery stores. That's good. I mean, it's not like I'm going in. There's nothing in the stores. It's just sometimes you can't find things. The pink grapefruit juice. See, I'm not into the pink grapefruit juice. It's too sweet for me. It's got to be the unsweetened stuff. No, I haven't seen any Stop and Shops or Market Basket. Really, it seems the only thing they have in town. What kind of blows me away is HEB. There's like four or five of them in town, but hard to get cat food in New York. That's weird. Haven't had a problem with that. These guys are happy about that. This is my long weekend today, this week. So I just finished my long week at work. So I'll be going into a short week this coming week. Yeah, I have thought about doing that too, but I drink so much grapefruit juice. I'd be going through, I'd be buying 25 pound bags of grapefruits just to keep up with it. Oh yeah, cats are always happy about treats. See, we'll get Bite out here and maybe we get give him some treats. Come on, coax him into the shop here. Took half my finger with it there, dude. And I got slobber up to the second knuckle on my finger here. And I see Nibbles coming out here too. Apparently she wants some. You're going for the wrong finger, dude. It's right there. There, he got it. There's one for Nibble. If she's fast enough to get it. I guess she was. After getting five of them hand fed to him now, but Bite's got to go try and steal Nibbles too. Isn't he sweet? Yeah, I did that just for you, Rhonda. I always think about you when I do that. It's like, oh, Rhonda's going to love that. She'll love it if I do that. Logan says her cat looks great. Do you look great, Bite? You look great. Light in the shadow. All right, well, if you're going to turn your head away, then so be it. Nibble is a girl kitty, yeah. Yeah, we blocked that particular user a little while ago. So yeah, if you're seeing it, just block him. I guess he figures now he can't post here, so he's just going to harass people directly. I guess that's a new tactic. My understanding is the people that bought my house in California, it was some person who made a cash offer on the house and was buying it for his sister and her family. So I don't know if it's a full family or if it's like a single mom and a couple of kids, but uh, that yard will be really nice for kids. Yeah, I don't really take a whole lot of medication, so I'm not worried about that. Black Dot's checking out. Good to see you, Black Dot. See you next time. No issues with the neighborhood? No, not at all. Yeah, you're right, Natalie. That's all you can do a vlog with something as simple as this. That's it. That's what I started on the first almost year and a half that I was vlogging, almost 2 years. Everything was shot on this. Yeah, and well, I mean, I don't know if Jordan still does it this way, but Jordan used to do everything he had on his cell phone. Now he's got the same, well, got another camera, but what he does, I still think he dumps the stuff to his cell phone and edits on his cell phone. So, I mean, it's possible to do. I prefer using the desktop over there to edit, but that's just because I use the best thing I think that's available to me. Goodbye, Cindy, and goodbye, Natalie. Good talking to you both. You okay? You still edit on your cell phone? Okay. Yeah, I didn't think you'd like gotten a computer or anything. Blows me away how much you can do on a cell phone. Because I mean, you watch Jordan's videos. They look like they're professionally edited. It's amazing what you can do on a cell phone. Hi, VNA. How are you? Yeah, yeah. See, Jordan just doesn't see any point of having a computer. Yeah, I get it. I mean, I wouldn't be able to survive without one, but well, I mean, I'd survive, but I enjoy having one because there's so many things I do with it. Yeah, yeah. It's really hot everywhere in Texas. I'm really glad I got the pool these days. I think the problem I have with a computer is my eyes are relatively bad, and I don't think I'd get the editing options or the editing as clean as I do with a cell phone. Yeah, yeah. If you're just doing cuts and stuff like that, but yeah, you're right. It doesn't take much. Yeah, I've been able to control the stuff in the center of the pool. I'm just using the net to pull it out. Yeah, I have all sorts of wipes and effects and stuff like that available in my software, but I don't use it. I just do a basic crossfade on all, so I just fade from one video to the next. That seems to be work fine for me. I think some of the effects look kind of goofy, look kind of amateurish, and they add as a kind of it turned out to be kind of a distraction. I think. Logan says, "Who wants cookies? I want cookies. I like cookies. Cookies are good. It doesn't matter what kind, just cookies." Well, see, that was the thing that really got me into cell phones in the first place. I was a very late adopter of cell phone. A number of years ago, my boss issued me one because he wanted me to have one, and I had that. But as soon as that job ended, I gave the cell phone back, and I didn't go buy one. And I didn't actually buy one until I worked at Disney. Uh, and it wasn't necessarily for the phone because I'm not really a person that gets on the phone and yaks that much. There's a lot of people that are on the phone all the time talking. I use mine because internet access because it's basically a little handheld computer. That's what's important to me. You think Jurassic World is good? Okay, yeah, there's been a couple of them I've been thinking that I might have to break the trend here and actually go to a movie, and that is one of them because I mean, I like for the most part I like the Jurassic Park series. I wasn't really into the second one, but uh, it's been a fairly good and consistent franchise. So I've been thinking, got to see that one. I'm also thinking of seeing the Top Gun remake or the Top Gun whatever it is. A lot of people are saying that's really great. You do a cookie vlog. I did one for Christmas a couple years ago. But yeah, I mean, I've got some cookie recipes that I've inherited and stuff like that I could probably do. You often leave your phone at home when you go out. I used to do that too. It wasn't really something that was that important to me, but now that I'm a vlogger, I want to have the ability to capture video anywhere I go. So I bring this along just so I have a camera because you never know. When you're out and about, you never know what you're going to see, and so you may not pick up on it, but from time to time, videos that I produce will feature a something I shot on a cell phone, just because it was happening, and I happened to have the phone when I was there, and I just shoot it on that. Yeah, see, with me, it isn't even about staying connected. It's just about having a camera because I want to have a camera with me wherever I go now. You never know what might happen. Yeah, you're right. You're right in terms of being able to call if your car breaks down or something like that. Yeah, right. Try and find a payphone. Ask a kid where to pay for a payphone, where a payphone is, and they're going to look at you like, "What's a payphone?" Dad wants cheesesteaks, but it's not good walking food, huh? No, I can't imagine seeing a new Monsters movie. In fact, it's funny. I've been binge watching the old Monsters because I was at a Walmart the other day and they had the Monsters, the whole series, on DVD for like 15 or $20, and I said, "Oh, I gotta get that." Yeah, remakes just don't do it. I mean, I haven't, why ruin a good thing? Just trying to remake it, and it'll be woke and all that. It's like first on-screen kiss between a Frankenstein and a dragon. You want a Monsters Barbie? Do they have one? I guess they probably do. Well, treat yourself to one, Rhonda. Do they have like the whole family? Is that the deal? You get a Herman and a Lily and an Eddie and a grandpa and Marilyn and a bunch of strangers with their hair standing straight up because they've seen the monsters. Just Lily and Herman, huh? Okay. See, I think a grandpa monster one would be best, but Herman would be great too. We call Mountain with Hiccups volcano. That's funny. Yeah, I have no desire to see the new Toy Story movie. Star Trek Barbies. What Star Trek characters do they have in Barbie form? Almost all of them, really. Wow. I agree with the message meme, but this is a family channel. Your boyfriend was. I enjoyed the original Toy Story movies. I mean, the first Toy Story movie. I thought, that was genius. The fact that that entire movie was done in a computer, but Disney's ruining everything right now. No Tim. Yeah, I know, right? Now, how could it be, Buzz Lightyear without Tim Allen as a voice? I mean, I don't know what they were thinking. Yeah, I even have a Buzz Lightyear. Let me show him the here. Hang on. Okay, here we go. Yeah, still in the box. I just got him, kept him in the box. Even the buttons work. Lightyear to the rescue. Through infinity and beyond. I can't hit that button. Maybe if I reach through there, but yeah, original Buzz Lightyear still in the box. Scruggles is staring at me on the TV, huh? I'm staring at you, Scruggles. So there, what are you going to do about that? What's my go-to cuss word? Probably not going to do that here. Like the donkey in Shrek, huh? Never seen Toy Story? It's a cute movie. It was very original at the time. I just never took it out of the box because I wanted it to stay looking nice. I don't know. That wasn't necessarily about being a collector's item or something like that. It's just it's not like I was going to take it out and play with it or anything like that. Do I have Toy Story movies on DVD? Yeah, yeah, I do. One, two, and three. Mainly because the first Toy Story movie was the first Pixar movie I ever owned, and I owned that before I became a Disney employee. But the rest of them I kind of picked up, after I worked at Disney because I was working a parade called the Pixar Play Parade, which was on all of these movies. I thought I at least ought to be familiar with the stories. Um, and in a couple of cases, like I think Toy Story 3, they actually gave us that free at work. So they gave gave every employee got one. And it's funny because on the Toy Story 3 DVD, I think it's actually a Blu-ray. Um, in some of the bonus footage, there's like a commercial for Disneyland, and a couple of the scenes from that commercial, it was showing floats from the Pixar Play Parade, and and I actually was the person in the float when the video was shot, so that was kind of cool. Your oldest daughter's middle name is Rose after Sleeping Beauty. That's interesting. Yeah, I don't think I ever saw The Little Mermaid. And it's funny because when I worked Phantasmic at Disneyland, I drove the eels from Little Mermaid, Flotsam and Jetsam. How often does Flash use the cave? The truth is, she spent the night in the cave last night. I was out looking around for her and wasn't really sure, where she is. I'm still to the point where I want to make sure she's not getting someplace where she's getting herself into trouble. Because there's places where she'd get into, maybe where she'd get stuck, and I want to make sure she's okay. I also want to make sure that she doesn't get out of the yard. I'm still always worried about that. So every night I try and find her, to figure out where she is, just to make sure she's safe. And some nights I don't find her. A couple nights ago couldn't find her, but last night I just kind of offhand looked in the cave and she was in there. So she's aware of it and she uses it. Oh, I'm sure Jordan will figure out how to meet Willie at some point. Do I give her strawberries? I haven't yet, but I know she loves them. There was one time she escaped the yard in California and ended up going down to the end of the block and ended up in a neighbor's yard in a little cul-de-sac, just kind of in the corner there. And they had a little girl, and the little girl just enjoyed feeding Flash strawberries. And in fact, when I got Flash back, her face was stained red from eating so many strawberries. Bugs Bunny, nope. I don't doubt that. I was just watching the last of the Rambo movies recently, and the studio says that they don't agree with all of the stuff that's in this movie. There's actually a warning at the beginning. It's like, okay, so you agree with you don't like it when he goes after a Mexican drug cartel, but you don't have a problem when he goes after um, pirates in Burma, or you know goes into Vietnam, or any of that stuff. You don't have a problem with that, but it's Mexican drug lords. That's above the fray, huh? Yeah, Flash is a tortoise. I've been thinking about something like that, VNA, trying to figure out how I could hook a camera to her. Put a GoPro on her and just do a day of Flash video. Yeah, no, you're not supposed to put like ink or anything permanent on a tortoise. It's supposedly not good for them. So no, I'm not going to do anything like that. But I do want to figure out if there's a way I could like strap a camera onto Flash, and I think maybe we could. Yeah, I might do that today, VNA, because I even got up this morning thinking, that might be something we do. I actually got footage of her in their cave sleeping last night, so that would be a good way to end the video. And I've been thinking, we're going to call it a day in the life of Flash. So, that may pop up in a few days. That's probably what I'm going to do for a video today. It's going to depend on whether I can find anything, interesting and good that she's doing. But like I said, it might just be a matter of strapping a GoPro to her shell and letting her loose, let her do her thing. Yeah, I have GoPros. I don't use them a lot, but they do some things really good. Audio on them isn't very good. I've never been happy with the audio on a GoPro, primarily because it's in a plastic box, so it's really hard to get good audio on them. Girls say they want to see a day in the life of Flash. Tell them to stay tuned. It won't be this week because this week's videos are already up. But what are we making for dinner tonight? Probably gonna have just a hamburger. Hamburger on the grill sounds really good, right? I've been kind of mixing my the jalapenos that I pickled last year. You remember I did a video where I pickled them, and I've been kind of putting those into my hamburger meat, and that's pretty good. You think masks are overrated? I agree with that. Yeah, Charlotte and Logan are cuties. I finally got pictures of the two of them from Rhonda a couple weeks ago, and they're cuties. No, I have a upright freezer. I have a top loading freezer in the garage. Tried dried chipotle spice in a pinch on taco meat, and it was good, huh? Yeah, yeah. It doesn't appear that the mask did anything. But I still have chapped lips and wearing a mask, and it's been, 6 or 8 months since they lifted the mask mandate at work. I really like the habanero salt I made. last year. I'm still using that and still enjoy that. Basically, I just took a whole bunch of the habaneros that were left over from the garden and dried them out, crunched them up into a powder, and mixed it in with real salt. And it's a real good. It adds a nice burn to just about anything you put it on. That was something I think my mom suggested. She said somebody had done that, and I thought, yeah, that's a good idea. I'm going to try that. See what it's like. Made your own vanilla. I didn't even know you could do that. Yeah, masks are overrated. Vodka and vanilla beans, huh? Okay. So they've gone back to being a good way to get away with crimes. Open the pods, put in a bottle of vodka, and let it sit for a year. I don't think I could let a bottle of vodka sit for a year, though. Yeah, yeah. Fauci did get COVID. Philadelphia was mandatory masks 3 weeks ago. Wow. Vanilla is actually the seed pod of an orchid. Huh. Didn't know that. When you were there. Huh. Well, I figured that's where the information came from. If there's anybody who's going to have firsthand information about something like that, it's probably you, because you've either been there, are there, or going to go there. Okay, we're back to this video again. I remember this one last week where he was like in an aquarium and there was all these people talking in the background. So if you hear voices behind me, that's not ghosts. It's people on Matt's video. We wouldn't allow food and drinks in the theater, the concert, because they didn't want people lowering their masks. That's just insane. Too much vodka. Yeah, yeah. Well, we're getting close to the end of the live stream too, because the vodka's almost gone. Yeah, I don't blame you, Jordan. That's going overboard. Especially, I mean, how long are we going to let this go? And it doesn't inspire the fear anymore. So now we got monkeypox. Yeah, so it almost turns into bait and switch when they change the rules like that. We never really had a whole lot of mandates here in Texas, and there's like nothing right now. Probably want 6 month olds. Yeah, right. Yeah, Texas is a very relaxed state. I love being here. It's just so peaceful and all that. I am very happy with the decision I made. You think your boyfriend will eventually move to Austin? Yeah, Austin and Dallas are two places in the state I wouldn't want to live. But the rest of the state is pretty cool. Somebody must be profiting from all these mandates. Yeah, it's called China. It is hot here, but you know what? That's one of the things I do. One of the things I also like about Texas is that the weather has more extremes. California is boring to live in. I love the wide variety of weather, and the thing with Texas is about the time you get tired of one kind of weather, it starts to change. So yeah, there's cool stuff in Austin. I agree, but it's all the same freaks that are in California. No, haven't seen Jeff here yet. You're right. Well, at least they're picking up the poop. Last I heard, it was just staying on the sidewalk. There was supposedly an app that you could download where if you saw poop on the street, you could, click on your app, and apparently it had like a little put a little brown dot wherever somebody had reported poop, and the whole San Francisco area was just brown. Yeah, I guess he did take the day off. You have that app, huh? What's the name of the app? I don't know. I've just heard of it. Maybe somebody else knows. Maybe Natalie can tell us. I've heard about that too, Natalie, about the car break-ins. That's crazy too. The people, in fact, I heard to combat it, people are just leaving their windows open or leaving a sign to say the door is open, don't break the window. Porch pirates, yeah, yeah, I know. I worry about that too. Carpetbagger had his back window smashed in. I don't. It doesn't surprise me. Gather poop, gift wrap, and leave in the car. Yeah. Well, you seen those people that do the glitter bombs to fight the porch pirates? Those are awesome. Now, if I were to do that, it would be less sparkly and less and more smelly. You know, some really sticky, viscous, disgusting smelling stuff sprayed all over them and everything and where they are. Kitty poo clumped with cat litter and in an almond roca box, huh? That's awesome. I don't doubt it. I don't doubt that it would be a crime to mess with porch pirates in California. California, you know, those porch pirates are, you know, it's a protected class now. Let's see. Yeah, I guess my sister and mom are at Dad's grave right now. Our sister just sent me a picture. Brought flowers and a couple of screwdrivers. That's cool. And actual real screwdrivers, not vodka and orange juice. No, wait, that isn't. No, that isn't a screwdriver. That's like it's like a sucker or something. It looked like a screwdriver from a distance. Let's see. Let's download this because it's one of these pictures. They sent it to me sideways here, so I gotta figure out how to. Let's see. I can save the file. There it is. Then I can go over here and I can flip it. There it is. Edit. Okay, here's how we edit. Trying to do it the wrong way here. Okay, there we go. Got that saved. So yeah, there it is. Dad's grave with flowers on it and a couple suckers on it. Like you guys know that when I went, I left Jolly Ranchers on his grave. So I'm sure that's kind of a reference to that. Yeah, prawns are just shrimp. They're yummy. Maybe they call them prawns in certain areas, but you know, I've heard the term, but it's all I've always just there's always been jumbo shrimp. probably just because I love the oxymoron. No, they aren't crayfish. It's something different. Rhonda can't have shellfish, so she never had them. Don't know what you're missing. They're yummy. They're really maybe really expensive, but everything's really expensive right now. But they're really good. Yeah, they do taste a lot like lobster. Yeah, I would have figured that would have gone too. All right. Well, we've gotten into the topic of food today. So, I we've been going for a couple hours. I think I'm going to pull the plug on this one. I'm going to go try and do a vlog, maybe a day in the life of Flash video today. So, I'm going to end this one. Thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you next week. Good night.